This is Heart Rhythm TV, and I am Senior Correspondent Julie Shea here with a 2025 Allied Professional Council update. With me here today, I have the AP Council Chair, Dr. Martha Ferrara, who is a nurse practitioner at the White Plains Hospital in White Plains, New York. Martha, welcome. Thank you for joining me again today on Advancing Allies.
Thank you for having me, Julie. As always, it's an enormous pleasure to be here.
Yeah, we're back again this year for the AP Council update. Your co-chair this year has been Rachel Schreier, who's been done also an amazing job as co-chair. So I understand, we're kind of coming off the Heart Rhythm Society meeting in April, and I understand that you did a presentation for the Board of Trustees again this year. So it'd be great if you could share that with our listeners, kind of what the updates from the 2024 year were and kind of where we're looking forward to for 2025 and 2026. So I'll hand it over to you.
Thanks, Julie. This is a bittersweet moment for me as this is my last report as an Allied Professional Council chairperson, and I have been incredibly proud to represent all the APs at FHRS, and I hope that I've done you well and proud. And we have so many initiatives that we are looking forward to. We've done so much work. There are so many things that so many of us throughout the entire United States have done. And I think that coming to FHRS, you can see a lot of the faces that are here for a long time and the new faces. So we mingle with the old guard and the new guard. And our database, our AP Council and our AP community continues to grow. Our base is, comprised of newcomers, mid-level professionals, and seasoned professionals. Some of us are considered pioneers, and some of you, as you, Julie, are just a pillar of the AP community and a founding. I think of you as a founding member of this community, and it's always great to see you. No matter where it is, it's always great to see you. This year, our AP members have grown to nearly 2,300, which is a little higher than last year, which was 2,000. We have 250 members that come from a global community, and 86 members of that community were very proudly that FHRS, a fellow of the Heart Rhythm Society. So this is a good mix of professionals at FHRS. I wanted to also bring up how, as a founding member of this AP community, you and another founding member, Aileen Ferrick, are putting together a AP legacy at FHRS, and that project, I'm sure, has a lot of great memories, a lot of, teary memories. It's a lot of work that you both have done, and I'm looking so forward to seeing that project finish. Hopefully, it'll be ready for FHRS next year.
Yeah, we hope so. That's certainly an attainable goal, and it has been a lot of fun talking with many of the early pioneers before Aileen and I came along about how the Allied Professional started within the Heart Rhythm Society and kind of bringing us up to present day. So kind of putting a paper together as well as working with HRS TV to put a kind of little mini docu-series together as well. So thank you for mentioning that.
That is something that I'm looking forward to. And you know how you binge series and TV shows and movies now? I'm binging that. It's a great project, I think. And just knowing, where we've come from, where we are and where we are heading, it gives us a sense of belonging that FHRS continues to promote us, and they continue to acknowledge the work that we do. So it's a good feel all around, professionally and personally. This year APs presented 55 sessions. There were over 1,400 of us in attendance at FHRS, and it was Heather Rose, the fabulous Heather Rose, who was the Distinguished Allied Professional and received her award this year, well-deserved for sure. Other things that we're looking forward to is continuing some of the initiatives that have been here, like the LEAP program. It is, I think, by far the best way to promote allied professional leadership's growth and skills. And I think that a lot of the professionals that are now presenting at the AP Lounge at HRS, the AP Lounge, again, was a successful event with a lot of your AP LEAP, I guess they're graduates doing their presentations. I saw you and Aileen alongside some of those presenters, and you just stood so proud with them. So I think it's a great way to mentor professionals that come into HRS. So thank you for doing that.
I completely agree. I mean, the LEAP program is absolutely phenomenal. So there is information on the HRS website about LEAP, and we have an alumni of probably getting close to 100 individuals from prior classes. So certainly encourage people to reach out and learn more about LEAP and to apply for it for sure. It's a great program.
That's terrific. Another program that we have is the Journal Club. It started very small and we just kind of grew it. My co-chair this year, Rachel Schreier, is phenomenal at doing this. And although it sort of lagged a little bit in the presentations, she brings those organizational skills that has a roadmap, and it also has a schedule. So it's constancy of work, constancy of just engaging other members. And I think it just gives you that sense that we're all in this together and let's learn together. So that Journal Club, the success of it, I think Rachel will take it to a higher level. And I'm just so thrilled to have worked with her, and we'll continue to work with her. So look forward to lots of good things. We continue with the Allied Professional Publication Fund. I think carries that fund, and it just allows us to publish our work. So I encourage you all to publish, publish, publish. If you reach out to Carrie Harvey, she will, help you with that. And we need to publish all the great work that we do. That's the one thing, Julie, that this year purposely, I sort of went to as many allied professionals as I could. The amount of work that we are doing in our healthcare organizations, building infrastructures, having workflows in place to just, get rid of the barriers that our pacemaker patients continue to find, especially within the MRI department in the arena. It's phenomenal. James O'Hara, Dana Goldens, all of those allied professionals out there are doing phenomenal work. So I encourage everyone to come to HRS and just mingle with these people. They're happy to share the work that they do. So I think that that's a great forum for all of us.
Yeah, I mean, so much innovation going on, right? Things that we take for granted that we do every day, but tremendously innovative things. And it's important to share that. And that's, publishing is the way to do so.
I agree. And, I've been a little remiss about that, but it's a spark, it's just when you go to HRS, it just ignites that spark. And so I'm trying to put something together for your Shark Tank for HRX, which is another phenomenal program that we have that is uniquely different than HRS. And I'm just lucky to have been there. And I will go this year again, but it's a different sense. It's that sense of technology. We are a hybrid profession. And so we marry the clinical with the technology to move all of the patient care that we're doing forward because we are technology driven. So I invite everyone to HRX. One of the APs that I'm just proud to know is Julie Thomas. She put together an initiative this year for APs navigating their first time at HRS. I actually watched also that presentation. It was, I think it was a week before the meeting, to just give you a sense as to when you come to HRS, if this is your first time, this is what you can expect. You can take advantage of certain features that, are done. So that's just to me, and again, I'm an old woman trying to do good work, but that to me is just such great mentoring, right? It's like she probably remembers how tough it was that Dr. Sana Al-Khatib, who is, I think, the director of HRS, was the director of HRS this year.
Yes.
She also put that program together for physicians. So it's just a tremendous sense of community, everyone. And I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's great. It was like the ambassador program that we used to have like the first thing Wednesday morning, but I like the online kind of the new take on it with the online kind of prep. You can watch it a week ahead of time and have it available as like enduring material is great.
I agree. I have to say, for the past 3 years, I was asked by HRS leadership to stay a little longer than usual. So I've been the AP chair for the past 3 years because we were working on the AP leadership framework. This framework has been in the making for the past, I think, as old as HRS is. Betty Ching, who was a phenomenal person that I unfortunately did not get a chance to meet and, just hang out with that crowd, was very instrumental in moving this forward. She was from Julie's accounts and Lori Rassinet's accounts and Jill Schaefer, all of those APs that worked so hard at the beginning for HRS and for APs to belong at HRS. All of that work has been in the making for decades. This leadership framework doesn't come from this council or the last council, but it comes from decades of councils. And so I was lucky enough to be the one that, with a lot of work, a lot of the council, the AP council members, to just put it together and present it to HRS leadership. And it just basically, I just want you to remember a couple of the highlights from that framework. The purpose is to give us guidance, to give allied professionals guidance and help us grow as leaders. It will focus on the volunteer work that we do, the competency-based work in advancing allies in the science of patient care. It will allow you, and I think that this is where that LEAD program is so important. It will allow you to network, to be mentored, to mentor others, to guide you, to give you guidance as to where is your career at, where is it going, where are your strengths, and please be part of this AP base that we're trying to grow, because there's a lot of work to do for patient care. So a lot of that engagement, that volunteer work that we do, it truly is just volunteer, but it just feels so great. Because when you put that framework together, it has a purpose that will last for decades to come. Yeah. So it is a good thing that we have done, that this council will hopefully will be published by HRS leadership, but it will be disseminated at LEAP. And thank you, Julie, and Aileen and everyone that's doing this work, because it is that program that HRS will look at to pick leaders that will move us forward at HRS, and the blueprint for that framework, it's in place.
Right. And I think, one of the important things that you just alluded to was, the importance of transparency also, is being able to, so new people coming in, like, how do I build my career? That being able to have that framework and be able to use it and understand how it works, instead of just kind of some backroom cherry picking of people that, I need to have this and this and this in place so that I can kind of move up the ladder. So I think that's another important piece of it.
I agree. And, it's sort of like putting all the pieces of that puzzle together so that it is a cohesive way to look at what we do, rather than, well, maybe we should do this, and I should have done that, and maybe nobody, picked me when I volunteer. All of that is just part of the growth that APs have had at HRS. One of the things that I think continues to keep me here is the engagement initiative that the allied professionals will live with, will live through, will feel when they come to HRS, because we really are engaged in not only mentoring you, not only growing your leadership skills, but also keeping you here so you can move generations ahead. And it is some of the initiatives that we have have had a lot of feedback from us, from allied professionals. I only understand allied professionals at a gut level that another allied professional will understand me at. So I think that sense of community comes from, having the AP lounge, engaging people to just do volunteer work, to chair sessions. Will you like to put an abstract together? We want to give you the blueprint to continue to just hone your skills. You don't have to, start at the top. We all start in the same place. Can someone teach me how to do this? So that engagement, the roundtables that we'll have, at HRS, and we'll have as an allied professional council member engagement, all of those things are out there now, and we are purposely, there is a purpose to put this out there so that you feel invited, which you all are. You're invited to be here. And I think the journal club, the coffee chats, just having social media presence, looking at Instagram when we do those things, all those things that we do are volunteers so that you know who we are. This is who we are. We are not this esoteric group of people that, know everything about EP. We're just you trying to do a really good job for patients. And HRX, I know Julie is one of the AP directors for HRX.
Yeah, the AP stream director, yes, with Bryn Decker-Crooks.
Oh, that's right. Bryn is there. There's a lot of good allied professionals out there trying to get all of this out so that you can see who we are, what we're doing, and please join us. Dee Varghese is one of those people. Julie Thomas is one of those people. James O'Hara is out there. Also, Dana Goldens, Carrie Harvey, all of those names that you hear. We've been here for a long, long time, and we welcome you. Not only do we welcome you, but we want you to be engaged in moving our science forward. The thing that I like about HRS, Julie, and this is the last, the last 2 minutes that I have, is being part of HRS. I feel incredibly proud to be part of this organization because it hears me. It engages me. It recognizes me. It knows that I am here to do really good work, and how can I do that? And they are very welcoming. HRS leadership is very welcoming. They want us to be engaged. And at this year, there was the first time we had a gala. It was the inaugural gala. And obviously, it's a fancy sort of, party. You go there and you just mingle with everyone. But it was profoundly heartfelt for me that there was a table for allied professionals. We had table number 1, and we were just so ecstatic, not only to be recognized, but to be applauded, by an organization that really engages, wants to keep us, recognizes us, and applauds us for what we are doing for patient care within this organization. So you do all the work that you need to do, and you can be at this table next year. It's wonderful. I promise you, it's wonderful.
It was a lovely evening.
It was. Hearing all the factors sing, dance, it was just wonderful.
Well, Martha, thank you so much for the kind of 2025 Allied Professional Council update. You've done so many incredible things under your leadership of the council these past several years, and I know that you will continue to stay involved. And we look forward to more exciting things for 2026. So come join us at HRS and join us for HRX in Atlanta in September.
It's been an honor for me. It's been truly the honor of my professional career to just be part of the group that you belong in, and inviting the rest of the, allied professionals to be part of us.
Well, thank you. This is Julie Shea for Heart Rhythm TV.